Time to turn things over to Carly for our first look at sports. Carly, and when I played hockey, I was a defenseman, and my job wasn't scoring goals.
No, see, usually, yeah, you don't really think that happens too often, but you know what? Who's going to complain, right? As long as you're putting the puck between the pipes, all is well. Well, the Bonnyville Pontiacs are off to a solid start to the season, sitting at 5-2. And a big reason for that has been the team's ability to score by committee. The Pontiacs are producing all over the ice, but as Clayton Brown explains, there's one player in particular who's setting the standard from an unlikely spot.
Blake Leask is picking up right where he left off at the end of last season. The two-way defenseman had a strong finish to the 2010-2011 campaign. He carried that into training camp, and now he's leading the team in scoring.
I'm just having good vision right now. I can see the guys that are open that have chances, and I just give them the puck, and they have the best scoring opportunity on the ice, so they shoot, and it's either rebound and then we put it in, or it's just a clean goal.
He's not getting many shots blocked here early in the season, and a lot of those assists also are coming off rebounds, and so it's just some of the little things within his game that he's taking some pride in, and he's getting rewarded for it.
His ability to jump into the play is also a big factor in his success and a lethal weapon for the Pontiacs. But Leask says he's always thinking defense before offense.
You just got to take care of your own zone first, and then once you get a chance, you move the puck and you just rush up, move the puck, jump in the play, and hopefully something happens there. If it doesn't, get back, worry about your own end.
It isn't uncommon for a high-scoring defenseman to be a defensive liability, but head coach Chad Mercier says that isn't the case with Leask.
He plays in key penalty kill situations for us. He plays against the other team's top lines. He does a lot more for us than just right now put up points.
And for Leask, he's just hoping his good fortune continues. In Bonnyville, Clayton Brown, Newcap Sports.
The first pucks dropped in the AJHL's annual showcase this afternoon in Spruce Grove, and that's where Leask and the rest of the Pontiacs will play their next game. They face off against the South Division's Calgary Mustangs Friday night. Now, before that happens, tomorrow afternoon, the Lloydminster Bobcats have a 1:30 start against the Calgary Canucks. Well, getting into a cage to fight another man has to be one of sport's toughest challenges. For natural athletes and fighters, their initial forays into MMA can be relatively easy. But as the competition gets tougher, title belts are on the line. Jacob Zaire found out if one local fighter will have what it takes when he shoots for a title at EFC 10 this weekend.
Ben Stewart had been fighting at 170 pounds previously, but wanted to drop to lightweight for his last bout. It was a fight that he dominated en route to a submission victory.
Felt good, felt strong. Was hoping for a tougher fight, maybe a little bit longer to prepare me for upcoming fights.
His opponent at EFC 10 will be Tyson Steele. Steele is the organization's lightweight champ, but is moving up a weight class to fight at 170. And Stewart will go back up to welterweight too, but isn't focusing on the title they'll be fighting for.
He's been unbeatable for quite a while, and he's a real good fighter. So I mean, I'm more excited about fighting Tyson Steele than a 170 belt or a 155 belt.
And not worrying about that title can only help Stewart's nerves. He recognizes that his bout with Steele will be his toughest test to date.
He's a lot better than the guys I've fought. He's beat some better guys than I fought too, and so yeah, I think if I was nervous at all, it'd be more about Steele than the belt, but I'm not nervous yet.
But Stewart's trainers feel he's ready and know he has the tools to beat Steele.
Tyson's maybe a little more polished than Ben is, but Ben is just that rugged strength, you know, Matt Hughes kind of style fighter, right? Hands, they're both the same in the hand, and you know, the stand-up side of things. I think Ben hits like a Mack truck.
Stewart initially got into the cage just to test it out, but his 4-0 record has been a series of dominating performances. He's actually hoping this Saturday's bout will be difficult and plans to rise to the occasion.
My team here says, well, you can't quit now. You haven't been challenged. You know, take one more. And I mean, Steele, he'll be the one to challenge me, so hopefully she'll be a good fight.
Jacob Zaire, Newcap Sports.
EFC 10 comes at you October the 1st. That's Saturday. Now, if you do not yet have tickets for the event, you can make your way over to the Cooler Nightclub, Northern Factory Workwear, Sound of Sessions, or World Class Gym to pick your tickets up. Well, the Lloyd Comp Barons earned their first win of the season Tuesday night. The W was a first for the Comp and as well for first-year starting quarterback Duke Young. On this week's Superstar Next Door, Matt Schumont introduces us to the young gun who stepped up and is now standing out.
Growing up, Duke Young looked up to his older brothers, and when he was ready to start playing sports, well, a sport of choice wasn't too hard to find.
A lot of my brothers played it back in the day, and my brother was a really good quarterback, and I'm just really big in the NFL, and it's a good sport.
Not just wanting to be involved in every play, Duke chose the quarterback position to take another role on as well.
A leadership role, and I've taken leadership roles in lots of other sports, and I don't know, it's just I like being the one that everyone relies on or everyone puts down. So
Duke is in his first year as being the starter for the Barons, and head coach Justin Kelly says it's a big hole to fill, but Duke has taken it on in strides.
It's been huge for our team, absolutely. Right away it gives the guys a little bit of confidence knowing he's the returning male athlete of the year in the school. He's good in the school, he's good on the field, and he's just a raw, natural athlete.
Heading into this year, Duke knew what he was getting himself into as the Barons were going into this season with a big target on their backs, but it's pressure that Duke doesn't mind taking on.
Yeah, there's quite more pressure because we've won 3 years in a row, and we got a really young team this year, but yeah, we'll bring it together.
Matt Schumont, Newcap Sports.
Brought to you by your local BRP dealer. Power Merchants of St. Paul, Norsask of North Battleford, and RecTech Power Products of Lloydminster, your local BRP dealers.